For decades, big corporations and the super rich have been trying to silence the voices of working Californians. In 2012, they're attacking again with a deceptive corporate power grab initiative. The stakes are higher than they've ever been.
Every day something's different. Every day there's a different learning experience from a different child, from a different student.
You can go from just monitoring the area in your beat to all of a sudden you're in a fight for your life. That's very taxing mentally. It's very taxing physically.
A lot of people say, oh, firefighters put their lives on the line every day. But what I don't think the public or nor firefighters understand are the cumulative effects.
The hospital's probably somewhere between 15 and 20,000 square feet all the way around. You feel like you're doing a marathon on a daily basis.
I guess my job is to motivate students to feel that they have a career and a future in front of them.
California, our golden state, our economy, the 6th largest on the planet, was built on the foundation of a strong, vibrant middle class. And the middle class is supported by a strong and vibrant labor movement.
Unions are responsible for things like a 5-day work week, breaks, basic things that people take for granted.
Before we had collective bargaining, the conditions on the fire engine were far different. You had no ability to really talk about what safety conditions you had, what kind of equipment you could use, whether you could ride on a tailboard with a safety strap or not.
Union members built the middle class economy of this country, and now we see trade unionism going down, and we see the economy and the middle class going down.
The benefits millions of hard-working Californians enjoy were won through decades of struggle at the state and local level.
Nobody's there willing to give this language out, these contract rights to people just because.
Everything we get, down to the pencil on your desk, somebody makes a decision on what you're going to buy, how much money you're going to have to buy it, and those people that make that decision are politicians.
If we only did one thing as a local, it's politics. Because those are the people that make decisions on how you operate day to day.
As hard times have gripped the nation, the basic rights and benefits earned over 30 years are under attack. In dozens of states, a hardline agenda is taking aim at collective bargaining rights, retirement security, and basic political rights.
This is an era when, apparently, corporations are now people. And now what have we seen? More money fueled to Wall Street and shareholders, less money providing security for workers in the middle class.
Because union members speak with a powerful, united voice at the ballot box, a pro-labor legislature has held the line in California. So instead, the hardliners have qualified a new corporate power grab initiative intended to silence the voices of working families. If enacted, the new law would take away the right to have a voice in elections through voluntary payroll deduction. It weakens your ability to impact state and local campaigns, as well as any ballot initiatives. It could even restrict your ability to exercise your rights as an individual union member.
There are people now that want to take collective bargaining. There's people now that want to take your pensions. If this initiative passes, it's all gone.
California voters have twice rejected the same deceptive idea, in 1998 and in 2005. The same hardliners are back again. They say they're giving Californians campaign reform, but this so-called reform is one-sided.
This initiative, as written, appears on the surface to be across the board, but truthfully, that's not the case. Plain and simple, this is about union busting. It's about silencing the working person's voice.
I think the motivation is that we take labor, we take our biggest competition out of the picture.
If we allow the corporations to make this scale come really even more unbalanced than it already is, then we're just setting ourselves up for failure.
The fight against the corporate power grab initiative is about much more than big money politics. The loss of a strong, united voice would touch every area of your life on and off the job.
When you look at safety, when you look at deployment, when you look at station coverages, staffing, firefighters are the people who are going to speak out.
We're in the trenches. We're working in the classroom. We know what's going on, and we know what's right for our students and what they need. And if that is passed, then we will have no voice.
If this goes through, collective bargaining will end, basically. There won't be any collective bargaining. What we will have is fiat.
And I hope California understands it's a big deal not just for union members, it's a big deal for people who aren't, for people who are struggling, people who aren't working. It's about fighting for something that everyone should have.
Meeting the challenge won't be easy. Anti-labor forces have spent tens of millions of dollars in Ohio, Wisconsin, and other states pushing their agenda. And they're packing their bags for California as we speak. Winning in 2012 will take unity, commitment, and money.
It's going to be our members getting out, getting the word out, calling voters, calling everyone that matters, calling their own family.
I've walked precincts. I've done phone banking. I carried picket signs during several of the rallies back against Proposition 75. It wasn't even a choice. It was a simple decision to say, this isn't right, we have to stop it.
This is about democracy. It's about the democratic process and the ability to stand before folks and say, these kinds of things are important to us and are fair and just.
This is an attack on one class, the upper class, against the working class of the state, and that isn't going to help anybody except the corporations.
Don't let big money silence the voice of working Californians. Do your part. To find out how, go to www.abetterca.com.